So, what do I bring with me for competition when checking into a hotel? This particular competition, this is the night before a competition that I have tomorrow. I haven't tanned yet, and I flew into this particular competition. Usually, I don't have to go too far, and I'm usually driving. It doesn't make too much of a difference. I still try to bring the same things, but this time was a little bit different just because I had to make some arrangements. Now, I will be honest with you. If Doing the Most had a name or a face, this would be the face and Sam P would be the name because I do the absolute most. I want all the comforts of home with me wherever I go. So, well, let's just dive into it. What do I bring with me for competition? I am a person who will stick to the meal plan for the most part, especially in the latter parts. But when it's game time, it's game time. So when the meal plan calls for 2 ounces of white fish, a third cup of white rice, and some macadamia nut oil with like 3 asparagus tips or whatever, like it's basically air with a little bit of carbs. And I'm going to stick to that diet. However, I do not like cold meal prep. If I have my choice, I'm not eating that fish cold. So I always have a microwave with me. I have a travel microwave. I found one for really cheap. I keep it in the box. And wherever I'm driving to, I just throw it in the car because you never know. The hotels nowadays are not having microwave ovens in each room anymore, and it is heartbreaking to me. And I happen to be in a hotel right now that don't have microwaves in the room. And I flew into this one. So actually, this year, a friend of mine was driving. They were making a family trip out of it. And I said, hey, can I throw my microwave into your car? She was like, yeah. And she drove it right to me, right? So I still have my microwave. Very important, though, because if cold food would be the thing that make you not eat what you're supposed to eat, then just make sure that you have your microwave. The alternative, though, to that, and I've done this before, is to just have a hot plate and skillet because you can easily pack that into a bag. It's flat, a hot plate, skillet. You can heat up your food right there. You plug in the hot plate, throw it all in the skillet. I am old school. I do actually prefer to heat up my food on the stove, but that's just me. But yeah, that you have other options. So if you can't carry a big microwave, the other option would be a hot plate and a skillet. Just pack it up, put it in your bag, and take it out and use it. I love my coffee, so I also tend to carry like a pour over coffee unit, just so that I can have the coffee that I want. Um, but that's just me. I love the comforts of home. It's not like we can have a ton of coffee anyway, right? We're, especially like the day before, we're down to sips of fluids, and that's it. So it's not like I can just sit around and have coffee all day. But I do bring my coffee with me, and they have a coffee maker here in the room, and I just brew my own coffee with it. I also have a K cup filter that you can use your own K cups. You can make your own K cups for coffee makers that are K cup Keurig types. The other thing that I like to bring with me to competition, this is very important, you guys. I cannot stress this enough, and that is a set of sheets for the bed. I always order a room with a queen size bed, a double queen size bed, because those are the size sheets that I have. I order them in a darker color, so I have gray with me right now. I cover the entire bed. I don't remove anything from the bed. I just flatten out the blanket that's on it, and then I lay the entire fitted sheet over it. I cover their entire bed with the fitted sheet, and then I throw the other sheet on, and then I throw another a throw or an oversized blanket on top of that, so that after I do my tanning, it is spray tan. I don't stain any of their furniture or any of their sheets or anything like that, because what you don't want is a charge for that. It'll just pop up out of nowhere to be, upwards of $200 for a charge of staining. It's like, where did this come from? I haven't experienced that myself. I was lucky enough to have another competitor to give me that tidbit, so I'm giving it to you. The other option, and I've done this too, is I also have an air mattress. So if I'm traveling with a lot of people, or like my family is coming with me, I'll bring an air mattress and I'll blow up the air mattress and I'll sleep on the air mattress, and they'll take over the beds. And then once the competition is done and I wash the tan off, I just move into a regular bed, right? So very, very important. Always remember to cover up their furniture before you sit or lay in it, especially with that spray tan on it. They will charge you. The other thing that you just can't be without, you have to remember this, is, and especially depending on who your coach is and what you're doing to dehydrate, and that is your vodka or your tequila. I brought a whole bottle of Tito's vodka, and I'm glad that I did that, because sometimes we just buy the little small ones, but coach was like, look, take a shot with every meal. And I was like, okay. But I'm glad that I had enough, because usually we take maybe 2 or 3 shots after 10 p.m., right? But this time he was like, nope, we need to dry you out, so take a shot with every meal. And it's like, bet, big bet. So always bring your alcohol with you. Make sure that it's not a brown tequila or anything like that, because that has sugar. But yeah, make sure you have your alcohol, depending on your coach. And if you have questions about that, ask your coach. We also bring red wine with us, and that is to drink right before we go on stage. And I believe that helps with the look of your muscles, like the striations, and it just pops with that red wine flowing through your veins, throughout your body. And we have a much better time with it anyway. So with that said, those are just a few things that I like to bring with me, and that's for checking into the hotel and for carrying out the competition. So there are a ton of other things. I have created a list. I posted it on my website. You can go to www.renegadesoul216.com. Check out the store, the apparel and store, and you'll find a free list you could just download right there. It'll be available for you at any time. Make sure that you like this video, that you share it with all of your competitor friends, and that you subscribe. And just keep an eye out for more content coming your way, specifically about competitions. And if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below or email me at sam@renegadesoul216.com. Thanks for tuning in.